Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning, Om Swastiastu, may peace be upon us. It is a pleasure to welcome all of you to the Ballroom Mulia Hotel Jakarta at the 10th Asian Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors Meeting 2023. Now we would like to invite Minister of Finance of Republic of Indonesia and Governors of Bank Indonesia to lead the meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Her Excellency Ibu Sri.
Last night we were supposed to take a picture together with the backdrop of all those beautiful buildings. I was not aware that there is a session on that, but we will make up another time when we are going to meet. I promise you that Indonesia is not we still have a lot of performance in the future when we are meeting together. So we are going to have a meeting today in which the Indonesia designing the meeting in this room, but at the same time we are providing you with the ambience of the world culture heritage from all ASEAN member states. If you look from Indonesia, we have, among others, famous Buddhist temple of Borobudur. You can see it on that backdrop. Hindu temple of Prambanan. That is another shade backdrop. Water management of Subak, Bali. Last night you were enjoying rice, so you have the Subak, Bali that is behind the Prambanan. And archaeological site of Sangiran. Okay. So I do hope that if you don't have time to enjoy Indonesia beyond Jakarta, at least enjoy this backdrop. Chairmanship for Indonesia. This year, we continue progressing our finance cooperation agenda, while at the same time solidifying the global relevance of our region in line with the Indonesia 2023 theme, that is ASEAN Matters, epicentrum of growth. We want to make sure that ASEAN remains an important and relevant to the ASEAN community, but also to the world. I hope that the setup of our meeting room today will further enhance our cooperative spirit. Our circle will facilitate our connection with each other. This arrangement is relatively intimate. This is much smaller than the G20, so we actually can still see you physically if you are in the room. We come from different countries with different domestic economic condition, but we manage to make a progress and also strengthening our cooperation to achieve many objectives in harmony and continue maintaining stability due to our collective leadership and cooperation. This kind of spirit is actually tried to be created within this context of ASEAN. The second ASEAN Finance Minister and Central Bank Governor meeting is an important platform for all of us to recognize the achievement of our 2023 priorities that also serves as an important for ministers and governors to be aware of the dynamic environment that we are managing and discuss the most recent regional as well as global economic development and challenges. As we are all have seen, global and regional economic development can evolve and change very quickly. So ministers and governors must be able to also respond to this change rapidly, effectively, and quickly. As the highest decision-making forum under our sectoral body, we will spend most of our time today in strategic policy discussion related to the global issue, regional economic outlook and challenges, and some of the thematic agenda on promoting infrastructure financing and transition finance in the region. There are a few developments here that have been occupying my thoughts since we last met in March. Global geopolitical tension continue to be very uncertain or even tend to be worsened. The tension between United States and China, because this is related to our region, is particularly felt by all of us. This could cause the world to become even more fragmented. Issue or term of deglobalize is actually becoming even more frequent mentioned by many policymakers as well as economists. Any tension between the world's two largest economies will definitely have the implication not only to those two countries, but to the rest of the world, and especially to our region. And we also have seen global inflation that still has not returned, benefiting. ASEAN economies should stand together by further strengthening our ties, collaboration, and engagement to ensure sustainable growth and stability. This includes through our cooperation on longer-term policies such as infrastructure and transition finance. Together, as a region, ASEAN economies are also poised to further strengthen its strategic position and centrality of ASEAN in working with all ASEAN partners countries to foster trade, investment, and also other economic engagement in the region for the benefit of ASEAN and for the benefit of the world. We have made a very good progress in our goals this year, and I'm confident that we will continue this in our 2024. Today, in our meeting, I look forward to hearing from you all, and especially we are going to hear from Lao PDR on their priority economic deliverable for the next year ASEAN chairmanship. This will facilitate, hopefully, a very smooth transition from the Indonesian chairmanship into Lao PDR chairmanship. And we also, with this kind of arrangement, allow to improve continuity in our cooperation agenda. Let me conclude my opening remark by saying, again, welcome to all of you, warm welcome, and also saying that the economic growth has been and hopefully will dialogue. We need to strengthen our cooperation, partnership as the motto of the ASEAN. One vision, one identity, and one community. So I will stop here. Now let me invite Governor Perry for the welcoming remark. Pak Perry, please.
Thank you, Minister Sri Mulyani. Your Excellency, Finance Minister and Central Bank Governor of the ASEAN. Let me join Minister Sri Mulyani to welcome you back to the ASEAN Finance Minister and Central Governor meeting in this August meeting. Let me also join Minister Sri Mulyani. It's good to see you everybody again. I hope you had enjoyable dinner and good rest last night. And also, be relaxed, but be serious in this very beautiful arrangement of this ambient of the meeting. If you have also the time, during the last 4 days, we also organize side meeting, what we call it ASEAN Festival 2023, where we bring all of the diversity of the ASEAN together in the ASEAN village, digital financial inclusion of the ASEAN, as well as many serious talk, also seminar on the progress of the ASEAN. Of course, I will be joining Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati to take this opportunity in this 2 days meeting to discuss specific agenda item, then further progressing to deliberation and also achievement of the ASEAN finance. Therefore, let's, Minister and Governor, use our strong heart to stronger our synergy and policy coordination to move the very important agenda and the hard work of the deputies into the action. So we do certainly hope this opportunity will contribute a constructive and productive policy discussion under the ASEAN umbrella today, which pave the way from the ASEAN to the ASEAN and to the world. Always ASEAN, the epicentrum of growth. I will stop here and also give the floor back to Minister Sri Mulyani, will also chairing on the next agenda. Minister Sri Mulyani, please.
Thank you, Pak Peri. Now let us move to the first agenda. Our first agenda is the adoption of the agenda and business arrangement